The Journey of Ayaan from Poverty to Purpose. In a small dusty town on the outskirts of Lahore, there lived a boy named Ayaan. His world was no bigger than the narrow streets lined with crumbling houses and the smell of freshly baked naan drifting from nearby stalls. Ayaan's father, Rashid, was a rickshaw driver who worked from sunrise till late at night. His mother stitched clothes for neighbors to help make ends meet. Their income was barely enough to keep food on the table. Electricity often went out, water was scarce, and every rupee had to be counted. But Ayan had something that poverty could never take away: dreams. From the moment he learned to read, he was fascinated by books. He would borrow old, torn textbooks from the local school library and spend his evenings under the dim light of a kerosene lamp. His classmates often mocked him. "Why study so hard?" They'd laugh. "You'll end up driving a rickshaw like your father." But Ayan would smile softly and say, "Maybe, but I'll drive it somewhere new." Chapter 1: The Spark of a Dream. Ayan's life changed the day he saw a computer for the first time. It was old, sitting in a corner of the small community center. The screen flickered as the instructor typed rapidly. Ayan watched in awe as letters appeared magically on the screen. "What is this?" he asked. "It's called programming," the instructor replied. "It's how computers work, how people build things like websites, apps, games." That night, Ayan couldn't sleep. He stared at the stars and whispered to himself, "One day I'll build something with my own hands. Something the world will see." Chapter 2: The Struggle Begins. But dreams, especially big ones, demand a price. His parents couldn't afford to send him to college. Even school fees were a burden, so Ayan made a decision. He would work in the mornings and study in the evenings. He began helping his father with the rickshaw. Every morning at 5 a.m., he would wash the rickshaw, fill petrol, and help his father find passengers. By noon, drenched in sweat, he'd return home, eat a simple meal, and then rush to the community center where a kind volunteer taught free computer lessons. Sometimes he didn't have money for the bus fare. He'd walk 5 kilometers to get there. His shoes wore out, his hands cracked from hard work, but his determination only grew stronger. When his friends went out to play cricket, he stayed home watching online tutorials using a neighbor's Wi Fi. He scribbled notes in an old notebook, learning coding languages: HTML, CSS, Python. He had no fancy laptop, no mentor, no resources, only grit. Chapter 3: The Turning Point. One evening, the community center announced a small competition: create a simple website that helps people. The prize? Just 500 rupees, but not much for most people, but to Ayan it meant food for a week. He had never built a full website before, but he poured his heart into it. His idea was simple: a site that listed small local shops that delivered food and essentials in their